Okay, hello. So, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. First of all, that it took me so long to get your topic proposals back to you. Everybody, though, is fabulous. If you picked something broad, like World War I, that's really broad, or whatever you pick. If you pick something that's really broad, you may want to consider narrowing it just so you don't drive yourself insane. So, for example, if you picked World War I, you might focus on what caused it. You might focus on how it ended, the Treaty of Versailles, President Wilson in his 14-point speech, the creation of the League of Nations. You may want to focus just on something more specific. If you picked a broad topic and you don't know how best to focus, please text me. We've all seen I'm pretty lame and slow with the messaging. Please text me and we can hash through how best to narrow it if you so desire. All right, so this week we're doing module, so in the content section, module 4, lesson 9 and lesson 10. You're in week 6, you are over the hump, you're over halfway, so congratulations. So you're looking at the First World War and then the world between the wars. So the First World War was so shocking. Nobody ever imagined that we would go through something like that again. And so it was called the Great War. It was not called World War I. Nobody was expecting, the sequel. So we have the Great War. It ends formally with the Treaty of Versailles. Germany is supposed to pay reparations to France and Britain largely, because that's where a lot of the fighting was and a lot of the destruction. So, but then what happens in the 20s? The Great Depression. And that was not just here in the United States. That was worldwide. So how is Germany, how on earth are they going to pay them back, right? So there's all this contention. Britain and France have been wronged. They are out for blood with Germany. Germany can't pay them back. Ultimately, Germany starts prepping for World War II, building submarines and strengthening their military. So it's a really interesting time. This week you'll have content discussion number 9. You'll have your rough draft assignment. It says in there, oh, heck's sake. Oh, okay. You also have homework 7. That's the mid-semester check-in. And content discussion number 8. Content discussion number 9. And then your rough draft assignment. It says in bold print that no late rough drafts will be accepted, but I will accept them. Speaking of the rough draft, so as you get into it, if you're a little too broad, please reach out to me, text me, and we'll hash through maybe where we want to narrow. Most of you have really specific narrow topics, but just a few of you have more broad topics, which is fine. If you want to paint a broad stroke on that, that's fine. You just won't get as deep into certain specifics as you may want. That's when you would want to narrow. Just if you're wanting to go deeper on a certain facet, then you may want to narrow. So, and you can decide to do that on your own. You don't need my permission. You just need to stick within whatever you've originally chosen. If you get into it and you're like, I hate this, and you want to change altogether, please reach out to me. All right, have a great week.